Hey everyone, welcome back to Jades Corner. On this newest edition of the rebooted Fantasy Fight series, we'll see Deucalion go at it with Sebastian Vallet, aka the Beast of Zavadon. These two juggernauts from Teen Wolf possess incredible powers and abilities that will make a hypothetical fight between them spectacular. So join me as we break down the epic battle between these two werewolves regarding strength, speed, agility, durability, endurance, combat experience, and experience as well as hacks. But before we get into this fight to the death, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all things supernatural, including the Sterling battles. Let's see who wins in an all-out brawl between the self-proclaimed demon wolf and history's most vicious, most feared werewolf.
It's the battle of the century! Are you ready? Who will emerge a champion? Let's get started!
Frozen 12.
Which of these two challengers will walk away a champion? Fight!
In the strength category, we're gonna give it to the Beast of Zavadon. And the reason why the Beast takes this is because he just has better strength feats than Deucalion. Deucalion really only has one fight to go off of. Meanwhile, the Beast has plenty of more impressive fights to go over and digest, such as when he fought Jordan Parrish, aka the Hellhound, in season 5 and dominated most of their encounters. Deucalion was even intimidated by him and his power, and literally quote for quote said he was incredibly dangerous and formidable. He fought Scott twice and destroyed him, with the second time almost killing him. He fought both Scott and Liam in a 1v2 and won, and was able to create a shockwave simply by slamming the ground. And also, not to mention, he one-shot at Liam with an epic death blow, nearly killing him in one of the coolest shot scenes in the entirety of all of Teen Wolf. And as I said, with Deucalion, he only has one fight scene to really go off of, and that's when he fought Jennifer Blake and Derek Hell. And while it was an impressive fight nonetheless, as he pretty much dominated them in the same way the Beast dominated his opponents, I just think that the Beast is far more impressive, especially the shockwave feat. That feat blew my mind the first time I saw it, so strength is gonna go to the Beast here.
What will happen now?
For speed, it's going to be a tie. We're going to explain them in two separate sort of like speeds. So for Deucalion, we're going to give him the speed edge in close quarters. And for the Beast, we're going to give him the speed edge for just overall travel. So for close quarters, Deucalion's best speed feat is when he rushed over from Jennifer to Scott in literally a millisecond, which is the best speed feat in the entirety of Teen Wolf, and it's not even remotely close. He's faster than the Beast in close quarters combat, and he's also faster than Alpha Peter in close quarters combat. So that's why it's a tie and not really going to Deucalion or the Beast. Let me explain the Beast side real quick. Now, the best speed feat we've seen from the Beast of Zavadon is when he jumped from the middle of the road near the Beacon Hills Preserve to Beacon Hills Memorial Hospital in literally a few minutes, where he had already had a fight with Jordan Parrish and had defeated him by the time Scott Styles and the sheriff arrived at Beacon Hills Memorial Hospital. And mind you, Scott and Styles were trailing the Beast and were literally like dozens, I don't even think it was like dozens of feet behind him. They were like at least probably like 10, 11 feet behind him on the road, driving behind him. And by the time the Beast was already at the hospital and beat Parrish, they had just arrived at the hospital and it was already destroyed and caught on fire and everything. Parrish and the Beast had already had their fight. So yeah, this is gonna be a tie here.
Will the tide of battle turn?
For agility, I think it's also a tie. I think both of these guys have very good agility feats. Obviously, with them being able to keep up with multiple opponents in these 1v2 fights they have, pretty convincingly, they're able to keep up with their opponents and they're able to fight multiple opponents at once, and they're able to dodge pretty well too, with the Beast being able to dodge even with his large frame blows from Scott McCall and Liam Dunbar as well. And then Deucalion, crazy speeds, being able to catch Derek and Jennifer Blake trying to hit them both at the same time. It's just insane, their agility feats in the series, so we're gonna give him a tie in terms of agility here.
And the battle continues.
Now for durability, that's gonna go to the Beast of Javadon. Obviously, he can only be killed by the pike, and he was able to tank numerous gunshot blasts from Brayden's shotgun. He also tanked multiple punches from Jordan Parrish as well, who was able to knock out Theo Rakin. Like, he literally knocked him out cold with one punch, and Theo had blood literally flying from his mouth in piles. Being able to tank a punch from Jordan Parrish is extremely impressive, given the fact that he's known to be able to lift up cars with just his bare hands, such as when he lifted up Styles' Jeep in the first half of season 5. He also was able to tank multiple punches from Scott McCall in both of their encounters, when they fought in season 5 episode 18 and when they fought in season 5 episode 20 in the 2v1 with Liam as well. He was also able to tank numerous gunshots from standard issue police Berettas, such as the scene in season 5 episode 20 Apotheosis, when he's in the police station and he attacks Deputy Clark, and Sheriff Stilinski and Deputy Clark start shooting him with the bullets. He pretty much tanks them and he's not affected by them whatsoever. He's pretty much fine. Definitely goes to the Beast here. Now we're gonna also speak on Deucalion too, because his durability feats are not that impressive whatsoever. The most impressive durability feat that Deucalion has is when he was able to tank a full energy blast from Jennifer Blake in his bestial form. That is the most impressive durability feat, but that doesn't beat any of the other feats that the Beast of Javadon has, especially seeing that the Beast literally can't be killed by conventional means, which is kind of insane. And the worst durability feat that gives the Beast the edge in this category is when he died from literal gunshot wounds fired by Tamora Monroe's army. An embarrassing way to go out. Y'all can see the scene right here. It's totally embarrassing.
Let's keep it up.
Now for endurance, it's also going to be a tie too. I think these two can literally fight, and obviously they're going to get tired eventually, but I think that they can both fight for long periods of time. We've seen them be able to do so on screen with the Beast ever so more often than Deucalion, because like I said, Deucalion only really has one real fight in the series. Meanwhile, the Beast of Javadon has multiple where he's able to fight for long periods of time, and we see that on screen. Some of his fights are off screen, but the ones we do see on screen for the Beast, we see that he's able to fight for long periods of time without really getting tired at all. So yeah, endurance is going to go to both of them in this aspect.
Pick up the pace.
Now, combat experience is going to go to the Beast of Javadon. He fought in the French-British War, and he was also part of the French military, meaning he has military training and military experience as well, which means he probably also knows some French military fighting tactics, although we never see them in play. At least I don't think we do in the series. He should still have that knowledge in the back of his head, since he was part of the military and did fight in that war. And he also fought against some of the most powerful characters in the verse, such as Scott McCall, who we all know how powerful he is after watching Team Wolf the movie, and Jordan Parrish as well. We all know how powerful he is too, one of the top 5 most powerful characters in the entire verse, as compared to Deucalion, who only really fought numerous werewolves. Presumably, I'm gonna assume he fought numerous ones because he killed his entire pack to steal all their sparks, and then presumably he might have fought the other members of the Alpha Pack, trying to get them to submission before they all joined him and formed that little pack. For combat experience, we're gonna give it the edge to the Beast of Javadon.
Pull out all the stops.
For experience, the edge definitely goes to Deucalion for sure. The Beast lived a short life and was only born in early 1970s, and he died young, only 3 years after being turned into a werewolf. He's not as experienced using his powers and abilities, and he really couldn't even understand how the Alpha memory ability worked when he tried to kill Scott in season 5 episode 20. He was very confused by it. So clearly he doesn't understand all his own powers and abilities being a werewolf. On the contrasting side, Deucalion, he's been a werewolf as early as the 1970s, and he didn't die until 2013, and was far more experienced with his powers and abilities over the Beast of Javadon, who, like I said, only really had like a few weeks when he came back to life in Team Wolf season 5, and in those 3 years he was causing havoc over in France back in the 1700s. About like a good couple of decades, over a few years being a werewolf, it's gotta go to Deucalion. I think that's not even up for discussion.
It all comes down to this.
For hacks, it's gotta go to the Beast of Javadon. Obviously, like, whoever thought Deucalion was taking this category, I don't know what's wrong with you, but yeah, the Beast is taking this all day. Like, he has insane invulnerability feats. He's immune to Canema Venom, ordinary steel weapons, and presumably ordinary modern weaponry too, based on what we saw with him not being affected by the police standard issue Berettas. Literally, they shot him police station and it did nothing. Also immune to having his power stolen using Deucalion's technique that he showed Theo. When Theo tried to steal his power, he pretty much didn't flinch. He just stood there and looked at him and he was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, you look goofy. And it was also firmly established that the only weapon that can kill him is the pike. Nothing else will work. Just insane hacks that the Beast of Zavadon has over Deucalion, who only has his bestial form, which enhances his powers and abilities to an unknown degree. This form makes him the fastest creature in close quarters combat in the verse. So I will give Deucalion that. Hacks is gonna go to the Beast of Zavadon, obviously. And we've reached this battle's conclusion. The winner is Sebastian Valet, aka the Beast of Zavadon. Sorry, Deucalion.
You lose.
Finish him.
Fatality.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, as it helps this video perform better in the YouTube algorithm and reach more people. Comment your thoughts on this video below. I go through all the comments, so any feedback is appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider making today that day. When you subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell icon and set those notifications to all so that you never miss a future video. Also, don't forget to join my Discord server, linked below, and all my social medias are linked below in the description as well. And until next time, this is Jades Corner signing off. Peace. And now, a sneak peek and tease for the next Fantasy Fights video.